Hi and welcome to another edition of Go Ellsworth. Today I'm here at Mosaic and I'm happy to be at the Ellsworth headquarters. We are so fortunate here in Ellsworth to have Mosaic in our community. I have to tell you that here at the day site where we're located, it is one of the happiest places that I've ever been. If you ever need a boost, it is a great place to go. And I'm here today with Bonnie Kralik and Michael Martinez, and really excited to have them here. We have some great things to talk about today, so we're going to jump right into it. So welcome. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for having us.
Sure. So Michael, we're going to start with you. I would just like to know a little bit about the history, both of the organization as a whole, and then a little bit about Mosaic here in Ellsworth.
Sure. So Mosaic is a ministry that's over 106 years old, 106 as of this month in February. It started in Axtell, Nebraska, when a Lutheran pastor recognized that people with intellectual and developmental disabilities were not being treated with dignity and respect. He started what was called Bethany Mission at the time, and at that time there was only about 3 guests that they provided services for. Back then, as you can imagine, there were all kinds of different ways people define someone with a disability. For instance, one of the people that they provided services for was a person suffering from alcoholism, another person from epilepsy, and then someone with an intellectual disability. Sometime later, another organization called Martin Luther Homes was implemented to teach people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. In 2003, the 2 organizations united, and that's when they created the name Mosaic. So it's a union of Martin Luther Homes and Bethany Mission. Mosaic in Ellsworth started back in 1985 as Bethany Mission when some local family members here in Ellsworth realized that there was a need to help people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We've been here providing supports and services for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities for well over 30 years, and we continue to be strong, and we are just incredibly excited to be here working alongside our community and providing the best opportunities for people with disabilities.
Perfect. It's hard to believe that it's been over 30 years, but what a beautiful thing. So we have 2 homes in Ellsworth, right? 2 group homes in Ellsworth, and we'll talk more about those as we go forward. Michael, tell me how long you have been here, and tell me what your role is at Mosaic.
Sure. So I'm the Community Relations Officer. I do all the marketing and development locally for the local agency. I've been with Mosaic for about 6 years. It's been such a great journey because I moved here from Southern California, not really having a connection to people with disabilities or having a connection to Ellsworth. And it's been such a privilege just to be able to see the way the local Ellsworth community has been supporting Mosaic. One of the things that really impressed me when I moved here actually was the way our population or the community treats people with disabilities with dignity and respect. You know, when you live in a large city, you can see when a group of people with disabilities walk into the bus or walk into a restaurant, people don't always recognize them. They kind of look the other way. They seem a little irritated. But here in Ellsworth, when a resident sees one of the people that we're supporting, they shake their hand, they treat them with dignity and respect, and they really just know how to make them feel welcome. So it's been really an honor to be able to see that. That's
wonderful. It's a true testimony to this community and the communities that surround us. Bonnie, I'm going to turn to you. We are so fortunate to have you as part of this organization. You have worked here a long time, I know, but I would like for you to tell the listening audience how long you have worked here and what your journey has been like with Bethany and Mosaic.
I have been with Mosaic going 17 years. The last 2 years has been as the executive director. Before that, I worked in the business accounting area. I was married and moved here about the time Bethany came, and I kind of had known the individuals and stuff. In 2002, I was blessed to get a job here, and And to say the least, it's been probably the best job I've ever had. But the caring of the individuals and everything, it's just heartwarming to know how much they care for us and we care for them.
Yes, it is heartwarming, isn't it? As I said when I opened up the show, it is just the happiest place to come and see the residents. So we're on the office side, and on the other side of this building is the day site. That's one of the services that you offer. Bonnie, can you speak to what the day site offers here?
Here at the day site, we are open Monday through Friday, and it's kind of a hub of where everyone comes down, and they all say they're going to work.
Yes.
A lot of them, depending upon what they have to do, we have several that have outside jobs out in the community. We are constantly shuffling them to their jobs or to whatever need they need, whether it be a doctor's appointment or we need to just get them someplace for something. But the majority of the time it is working with them to build them a better life and programs to get them more independent or as much as what they would like, but just getting them out. And we, in the weather, when the weather is nicer, we like to get out in the community, and the community loves seeing them out and about.
Yes, they do. That's so true. So, Michael, I'll take it back to you. What kind of jobs do the clients in service, what can you tell us about some of the different jobs that the clients have?
Absolutely. One of the great things about living in a small community like Ellsworth is so many people are willing to help us build community partnerships. We have people in service that work at our local Pizza Hut, people who work over at the local grocery store, Jean's IGA. We have individuals in service that also work at Citizens State Bank and Trust, passing out popcorn on Fridays and just being able to provide great customer service for the community. So the individuals in service, even though they may not work all the time, they are so proud of their work. And community partnerships are so important to the success of our organization and our ministry.
Yes, I can say that I'm fortunate enough to have some services too at our chamber office. We have one client in service who comes and cleans for us. She cleans both our office and the office next door. And then we also, a wonderful service that we offer at the chamber is flyer delivery. So if you have a flyer that needs delivered, we take the time to have a Mosaic client deliver those flyers downtown. And with vim and vigor, do they deliver those flyers. They don't just walk in and deliver, but they are great to tell you about the event that's coming up. And that's a great member benefit that we offer and a great partnership that we have with the Mosaic clients. So to me, that's another super fun way to integrate those clients into the community in so many ways, and just a great partnership that we have with Mosaic. I would love to talk about the group homes. So they come to work from the group homes. So then they go back, right? So they're here during the day and then they head back. The group homes were the first thing that happened. Those were the things that were built in 1985 or ready to open, right, in 1985. So tell me about what happens at the group homes and where they are, Michael.
So we provide services for 8 individuals at each group home. And the individuals in service are actually separated depending on the level of need that they need for services. The staff members assist the individuals in service at the group home by helping them with cooking skills or helping them get dressed. And the thing about the group homes is those group homes are the homes for many of the people that we're supporting. The people that we're supporting, some of them have family members that are out of state. So they have the opportunity to live with their friends and just really enjoy their home. We have a couple individuals and residents that have been living there since they were built back in 1985. Mm-hmm. And we have some who are the very first residents still living in those group homes.
That's wonderful. We love to see those familiar faces too. Okay, so besides the group homes then, can you tell me what are the different other services that you offer your clients in service?
Sure. We have supported living, which means the individual in service may have been living in a group home at one point, and now they are living on their own at an apartment. They have their own home, they get to live independently. A staff member comes usually late in the afternoon to assist them with any services that they need to provide to maintain their independence and do their daily living skills. Some of those services could be, taking them to the grocery store, taking them to the laundromats, or even helping them learn how to cook, or helping them with maintaining their household so that it stays clean and sanitary and just keeps it as a good home. Sometimes they get together and they go out on outings as well. So,
very good. So supported living. So you have those that are independently living, and then you have host homes, correct?
Mm-hmm. So Mosaic also has a host home program, which we call Mosaic at Home. And the host home program is unique in the sense where it works where a family or a person can be a provider, and they can invite a person with a disability to come and live with them. As the provider, Mosaic helps provide the training for that person, for the provider. The provider is an independent contractor, and the outcomes for that is just, it's pretty incredible. We have a provider and a person in service that live in Marquette, for example. Mm-hmm. They're two gentlemen, and they get to go hunting together and fishing together. One of the individual in service works over at the old mill in Lindsborg.
Oh.
And it's just great to see the level of independence and just the amazing outcomes that come from that kind of partnership. So we offer that also in Saline County and McPherson County, and we're looking to grow in additional counties as well.
Very good. That's great. So it's nice that you're not just in Ellsworth County.
Yeah.
That outreach is far beyond our county lines. Bonnie, can you talk to me just a little bit about what kind of things do your employees do? So as you direct here, obviously you need CNAs.
We are home and community based,
okay,
which is like you just are at your home. We don't have to, they don't need to be a CNA and
okay,
stuff. We provide training that is equal to or above what that would be if you had to have a license for it.
So they're called direct
support associates.
Direct support associates, mm-hmm. Okay.
And they basically provide a lot of the care that the individuals need depending upon their level. And they also have programs that are written for what is their next dream, what is their next thing that they want to do or accomplish in their life. Mm-hmm. And we provide what we can to get them to that level. We have had individuals that have done their GED and finished that. We have several that had lived in a group home for like 10 years, but with the training and the programs that we were able to do with the cooking classes, the cleaning and stuff, they are now living on their own and independent. So we're teachers and we're caregivers, and just whatever it takes to make their dreams and make them happy.
Perfect. Very good. All right. So I also want to talk about how many clients, I'm very curious, how many clients total do you care for here at Mosaic in Ellsworth?
We currently serve 27. We have a few that is just targeted case management, which is just helping to give them what they need along the lines of services in different areas. And then we have 16 that are in our group home and 5 that live independent, and then we have our 2 that are the shared living side of it. So we have quite a few that, around 23 that are at the day site on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. So
very good.
Yes.
So I know that funding is always an issue, as Mosaic is a nonprofit organization, and each year you do what's called Partners in Possibilities, correct? Mikey is a big part of that. I'm going to direct this to Michael now. So Partners in Possibilities is coming up. Mm-hmm. Is a great event. Always love going, but this is your chance, Mike. I want you to just tell us about Partners and Possibilities, date, the time, and its purpose, please.
So Partners and Possibilities is the only fundraiser that Mosaic holds every year. It's a whole campaign, so you don't have to attend the fundraiser in order to make a gift. Now, Mosaic is mostly funded through Medicaid, but because the lack of increases in Medicaid funding over the last 13, 14 years, we rely on these contributions to really help fill in the gap. Every dollar that we raise at Partners and Possibilities through this campaign goes directly to the people that we are supporting here in Ellsworth. Partners and Possibilities is going to be on March 12th. It is a 1-hour fundraising luncheon from 12 o'clock to 1. We do ask that people let us know that they're coming, and you're not required to make a gift. You can come if you just want to check it out and learn about the events and learn about what Mosaic is doing. But it's a way for our community partners to really invest in the mission of Mosaic, and really to just help support us and let us know that we are going to continue to provide great services here in the community. Our goal this year is $35,000, which is the highest goal that we've had in quite some time, but the need is there. The need is significant to really continue to support our mission and continue to support the people that we provide services for.
Very good. You also do Discover the Possibilities, correct?
Yep.
And how often do you do those?
So we host Discover the Possibilities right here at the agency. Now, Discover the Possibilities is not a fundraising event. It's basically just a tour of Mosaic where we provide some of the stories of how Mosaic has changed the lives of our people in service. It's a 1-hour free luncheon. We host them right here at our office, and it includes a short little tour where you get to go and meet the individuals in service. We host those monthly, so if you'd like more information as to what dates we are hosting those, you can visit those on our website at mosaicinfo.org/Ellsworth or mosaicinellsworth.org, or you can follow us on Facebook at Mosaic in Ellsworth, Kansas.
Perfect. Those are so good for those of you in the communities that need more information on Mosaic. Just the best to be able to come and learn. So to kind of wrap everything up into a perfect little bow, I would love a story. You tell such great stories, and a lot of times we get to hear from an actual client in service, which is always fun. As I said, I love to come here and interact with the clients in service because they're generally 90% of the time happy-go-lucky, and just love life. They're just a genuinely lovely group of people that I care so much about. But their stories, their backstories, and their stories even today are beautiful. So I don't care who, we have permission to share some of their stories, but I would love it if you would just share a story with us, whichever. I don't care who. I should direct it, but Michael, are you good with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, please share a story with us.
So one of the people who always stands in my mind who we've had a great impact in, his name is Matthew. If you ever go to Citizen State Bank on Fridays, most likely he will be one of the people passing out popcorn to you. But Matthew starts his story with saying that when he was about 19 years old, he was dropped off at Mosaic with only a trash bag of his belongings. He was what they called an emergency placement, and through the rough times of losing his friends or having his roommates move away, he actually calls Mosaic his light. He has great partnerships with his guardian, and he takes so much pride in his work. If you were to meet Matthew today, you would not guess that he was that hurt, angry person, but just one of the most loving people that you will really ever meet. We're so proud of what Matthew is able to do, and we're so proud of the work that we're able to do to help Matthew. But in order to continue to provide more services, we need our community to support us, whether that means helping us build additional community partnerships, offering more employment opportunities, or just allowing us to educate the community on people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. a lot of people don't realize, for instance, that there could be a 7-year waiting list in the state of Kansas for Medicaid funding. That means a lot of times if you're a parent with a child who has a child with a disability, you're going to have to start looking into your child's funding when they're in their early years of high school, just in order to make sure that you can receive funding for them. So we really do appreciate the caring community that Ellsworth is, but we need to continue to support we need to continue to be able to build stronger partnerships here in Ellsworth.
And you're a great big part of that, Michael. He has been a real light, hasn't he, Bonnie?
Yes.
He's just genuine and so kind and caring, and a perfect fit for here at Mosaic. And your community outreach has been just a delight to see and watch.
Thank you.
So I'd like to thank you both for your work that you do at Mosaic, for your compassion and your kindness and your caring attitudes toward these clients and this whole clientele. And not just the clientele, but the community. What you do on a regular basis, inside and outside of these walls, is truly a beautiful thing to watch. Thank you for just taking these clients and making them and integrating them into our community and making them beautiful members of our society, and just integrating them into Ellsworth and into the surrounding communities. We are thankful to have Mosaic in our community, and we are thankful for the staff that you have developed to help do that as well. We, as a chamber, are proud to partner with Mosaic in so many ways, and I can't imagine Ellsworth anymore without Mosaic. So thank you very much for allowing me to come today, and thank you for all that both of you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.